Restoring Illinois to greatness. This is Illinois Rising, presented by the Illinois Opportunity Project and hosted by AM 560's Dan Proft.
Dan and Pat back on this edition of Rising, and some more reforms afoot within the Cook County Republican Party, at least proposed. Sean Morrison and the Cook County Republican Party, such as it exists, other than on paper, a few weeks ago proposed eliminating party affiliation for county-wide offices, make it like city elections, because it'd be easier to recruit. I suggested, rather than go nonpartisan, just go to a more comfortable place for the Republican leadership in the state. Just everybody run as a Democrat. I mean, if you're going to govern as a Democrat, why don't you just run as one? Well, now he's got another idea. Wants to shorten down to 2 years the requirement to have voted in a Republican primary before a person could be named a ward or township committeeman. 2 years. I mean, this isn't, to vote. This is, this is to be essentially what would, at least theoretically, be a party leadership position, requiring that you pulled one Republican primary ballot. And this has the effect of this sort of development. Mayor Maria Bailey, she's being pushed by Sean Morrison to be the Republican committeeman for the 20th ward in Chicago. And some enterprising person took a picture of her home because they noticed that she's got a J.B. Pritzker yard sign in front of it. So
we're a big tent party, Dan.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And by the way, for J.B. Pritzker, you need a big tent.
Well, right. He wears a big tent. But Sean Morrison, oh, by the way, is Cook County Commissioner, who is facing a serious challenge, as are some other Cook County commissioners. I mean, it's so interesting. Cook County Commissioner Tim Schneider, he's the state party chairman. Cook County Commissioner Sean Morrison, he's the Cook County party chairman. Greg Goslin, who's been asleep for 20 years, is one of the other Republicans who's being targeted for elimination by Tony Preckwinkle and being financed by Big Ten Pritzker, each of those races, because they think they can clean out some of these Republicans in the suburbs, given what they've done to the Republican Party, at least the two-party title holders of the three, Morrison and Schneider.
Does Sean Morrison moonlight as Facebook's brand manager too, Dan? Because what's happening to Facebook's brand is what's happening to the Republican brand in Cook County. And Morrison is, we talked about this last time when we talked about this idea of getting rid of the party affiliation in elections. Look, this doesn't do anything except dilute the Republican brand. The whole point of these rules is because you want someone that's committed to your policy platform. You want someone who is shown as a leader over time that they believe in the things that the party believes in, limited government, low taxes, everything else that goes along with that. And all he cares about is trying to figure out a way to build up a political machine rather than advancing the cause, the brand, and the policies that go with it. And so he's trying to figure out ways to make himself and the people around him more electable in his mind, and that's all he cares about.
Yeah, well, but nobody dilutes the party brand, such as it is, more than actually Morrison and Schneider and Rauner and so many other surrender Republicans who've adopted the policy positions of the other side. And so you can understand the confusion or lack of interest in the Republican Party, and you can strip away the labels, but it's not a no labels problem for the Republican Party. It's a no standards problem.
Well, that's it, and that's why they're so willing. That's why Morrison's so willing to want to strip the labels because the standards don't matter to him, right? And that's the big problem. So what he's doing is he's going to what's the lowest common denominator? Let's not have a party. Let's not have an affiliation. That's what he's doing. Let's go to the lowest common denominator instead of doing what he should do. Instead of doing what the good Republican candidates that we've supported over the years and now are in office and some are running now, which is advance the cause of the reform conservative agenda, stand out in front of it, sell your wares, convince people. That's how it's done.
They think opposing the soda tax is all they need to do. They think that's, that is their brand, and that's was some heroic performance, and that's all they need to hang their hat on is opposing a soda tax. And that's where the Republican Party is at this point, which is no standards and no leadership and in big trouble.